out there. So, what's the difference between a doctor of a business administration and a PhD in business? They seem really similar. You both end up, there's lots of there's lots of similarities between the two. So the both of them, you're going to end up with a doctorate, right? Meaning that you have an advanced degree, a terminal degree. It's the highest degree in the university system. So you get an undergraduate degree, and then you get a master's degree, and then you get a doctorate, which is the terminal degree of the sort of career trajectory. Both of them are going to leave you with pretty good job prospects if you continue on with the particular career that you're choosing. Both of them are going to give you a very good understanding of business, no matter which one you sort of specialize in. If you do a PhD in business administration, you're going to have a very focused sort of understanding of something. If you do a DBA, it's probably going to be a little bit broader understanding of business, because you're going to get a smattering of different sort of coursework, right? So, both of them are going to require you to at least take 3 to 4 years of your time and dedicated time focusing on understanding business, right? So it's going to be and that's full time, right? So it's going to be a really big dedication of your time. Both of them are going to require you to write the sort of standardized tests to get in. So a GMAT, for example, which is a graduate, I can't remember what it stands for, but basically it's the graduate admissions test to get in. So we're going to require you to have a fairly high GMAT score, so you have to study to get into those. And most are going to require you to have an MBA or a master's degree in an appropriate subdomain. You can get into either one of them with just an undergraduate degree, but it's much more difficult to get into that. So you're going to have to be a much more stellar student, I guess, and sort of have many more checkboxes checked off to get in with just an undergraduate degree. But you're going to generally require at most major schools an MBA in finance or strategy or accounting or something, right? To actually get into either one of those programs. That's going to make a big difference. But there's some really significant, important differences between them, right? So there's some similarities between them, but there's very, very important differences between them, and not just in terms of how much they cost. A PhD is probably going to be cheaper, and you're going to get paid a DBA, unless you're going to Harvard, which is the only school that I know of that does kind of much more of a research focus kind of DBA. They don't have PhDs in business administration there. They have DBAs, Doctors of Business Administration at Harvard. But every other school, there's a pretty strong distinction between what they are. So a DBA is primarily a coursework sort of terminal degree in business, right? So you're going to go and you're going to take probably 3 years of coursework in a smattering of different courses, right? So it's not just once you do your MBA is going to give you some pretty good understanding of what's going on, but then your DBA is going to require you to get a theoretical understanding of business, right? So you're going to take all of the same courses as a PhD would take, but then you're going to take a lot more. So you're going to take, if you're doing a DBA in strategy, for example, I know that area a little bit more. So you're going to take organizational theory. You're going to take a couple of PhD courses in strategy, which is going to require you to read a tremendous amount of research articles, and get an understanding of research in general. And then you might actually take some more courses, maybe in your third and fourth year. Your third year, you might take some more courses in like accounting and, different areas like that. And then your final year of your DBA, you're going to do a small kind of research project. And from what I understand, this is kind of typical, right? So the small research project is going to take you maybe 6 months, and it might be sort of directed at your specific organization. So that's the other thing. DBAs are primarily really focused on people that are, they're executives and they want to advance their degree, right? So they are an MBA and they're already in a career, and they just want to get a really good understanding. Maybe they're a CEO of a company already, and they just want to get a good understanding of business a little bit more. So they end up doing the DBA. It also is, and again, this doesn't count Harvard's the only school that I know of. There might be other schools, but this is primarily the ones that are focused on less sort of research focused sort of programs, right? So a DBA, and then the other thing is a DBA is going to allow you to teach in a business school. So there's a difference here, though, between what a PhD does in a business school. So DBA is going to allow you to become probably a non-tenure track position, which is you can teach courses, but you're not going to be tenured in the same tenured system. I'm not going to get into that, but it's going to exclude you from sort of research responsibilities and things like that in a business school. So a PhD, on the other hand, your primary focus when you do a PhD in a business administration is doing research and understanding about research in your particular subdomain. So you can be really focused on research. So that means that you are geared towards trying to figure out what's going on with the world, right? So teaching is a component, but it's roughly only maybe anywhere from an eighth of your responsibility to a third of your responsibility when you do a PhD degree, and even less. Some places it's less, where you just focus primarily on research. So in any top business school, in order to become a tenure track professor, you're going to require a PhD in business administration. That's just a requirement of any school in Canada, US, Europe, Australia. You're going to require a PhD in a business administration to do the tenure track kind of route, which is primarily a research route where you're going to be focused on writing papers and writing as many research papers as you possibly can. Now, a part of it is teaching. A small part of it actually is teaching and doing service responsibilities. But most of it's going to be really focused on research, right? So that's a key difference. If you want to go into consulting, and if you want to go into, advance your executive career, a PhD is probably not your route. Although the odd person does go into consulting if they do that, right? If you go a PhD in finance, for example, PhD in accounting, some people end up going and doing, maybe research at a think tank, or they go into consulting. But generally, the DBA is much more better for that particular career because it's quicker. And it's much more focused, and you're gonna get out in a certain amount of time. So a PhD is gonna be a lot more uncertain, and it's gonna feel really uncomfortable, a lot more uncomfortable, because it's not primarily course based. You're gonna take about 2 years of courses at most business schools. You're gonna take 2 years of courses and research methods in your particular focused area, and then you're gonna do research. And research it's open-ended. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to know, and you're going to be feeling a lot more ambiguous in what you should do and uncomfortable. But once you get sort of that pattern, it becomes really fun. And there's, you're just digging and doing research on a particular area, right? So you're going to have to get out. And so sometimes it actually takes a PhD in business administration is going to take a lot longer than a DBA. So you're looking at, instead of 4 years for a DBA, which would be typical, you're probably looking at 5 to 7 for a normal PhD in business administration now. And that's it's moving longer. And I'm seeing, so it's 2008 right now when I took this video, I'm seeing a lot more job postings for postdocs. And that is because it's harder to get into a tenure track position as a PhD. So you're ending up having to go and do postdocs in a business administration, which is fine, but that just means that the career is getting ramped up. It's getting harder to become a tenure track professor in a business school. The other thing with a PhD in a PhD program in business administration is we're going to require you to move, and you are going to have to go work at that particular school that you're doing your PhD in a business administration. Compared to a DBA, there's lots of online DBA kind of programs that are out there. Be careful with them, because some of them are legitimate, There's a bunch that are truly legitimate, but then there's a bunch that are, just be careful, because you might end up spending a lot of money and not really getting anything in return from that in terms of a legitimate outcome from that. So you just have to be very, very careful when you're looking at those online DBA programs. The other thing is, and so you can sort of work from home. The other thing with a PhD, and a lot of people, in terms of the travel thing, you should, for the first 2 years, 3 years, you should definitely, you will be required to live in the particular location or within an hour or so of the location where the school is. But then once you become into the research route, it's not recommended. But I have seen people live further away, and as long as they're sort of research productive, have conversations. In this day and age, you can do that with IT and stuff like that, information technology and stuff like that. You can do that, work away from home. But for those first 2 to 3 years, you're going to be required to live in the particular location. A lot of the contracts, when you sign a PhD contract, they're going to require you to live in that particular location. And, whether you're going to telecommute after a while at that 2 to 3 year mark, that's really up between your professor and that you're working with and yourself, and whether you actually are research productive. If you're not research productive, if you're not that sort of person, not recommended in any sort of way to live away from home. I never did. I always worked where I lived, where I was going to school. I took it seriously. And that's really what it is, just taking that career seriously. The other thing with, sort of a fourth thing with a PhD in business administration, it's going to take you a lot longer to achieve the sort of maximum career objectives, I guess, or outcomes that you'd like. So DBA, really quick to do. It's going to take 4 years. You can go out and become a consultant, or continue on with your executive career. You can have a really good understanding of the world, of business world around you. So there's probably going to be a much better return on investment, much more quicker from doing that. A PhD requires you to build up a research program, which could take 10 to 15 years, if not 20, before you actually start building legitimacy in the field for your particular research program. And that just takes a long time. And that's kind of a natural consequence. I've seen some people do things really amazingly and do it really quickly, but that is so unusual. It's like you're talking one of 1,000 people that I've seen personally where they've shot up and they become sort of world class within 5 years or something like that. Most people, it just takes a long time, 15, 20 years. But by the time you're world class and you're recognized by other people. And the fifth thing, and that sort of has consequences, by the way, has consequences on your salary and things like that. So with a PhD and DBA, your salary is going to be at least $100,000 in the US. In Canada, I don't know, in other parts of the world, the UK, it's a little bit different, it's a little bit lower. Australia, probably somewhere in between the UK and the US. But generally, you're looking at somewhere around $100,000 a year, give or take. Some people make a lot more, and some people make less. And so, but the average, I would say the mean or average is somewhere around there. And then finally, the fifth thing with a PhD in business administration, it's very competitive. In a lot of different ways, and I'm not going to get into the reasons why, but it's extremely competitive. So you're going to be in a much more competitive space, in which if you thrive in the sort of competitive space compared to a DBA, which is a lot more, exactly what you're going to get, and then you're done. But in a PhD in business administration, it's going to be very, very competitive, and the environment's it's really fun, and you're going to like it if you're that kind of person. But at the same time, if you're not that kind of person, it really is a drag, and it's really tough. And early on in your career, so I'm still early on, but it's sort of slightly changing for me. But, it's still really it's tough because it is competitive, right? So you're comparing yourself against people that are the top in the world in your particular subdomains, and you're constantly comparing yourself to those people, and you're like, wow, how do those people do it and I can't? So just be well aware of that sort of stuff, and who the small people or the sort of group of people are that are world class, and they probably know who you are to some degree after a while. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this particular video. So there's a lot of similarities between the two, between a DBA and a PhD, but there are some really big differences, and it really depends on what your career objectives are. If you want to become an executive and continue on and have just a great understanding of the world, or if you want to go and do consulting, probably recommended doing a DBA of some sort at a legitimate university. If you want to go and do research and focus on research and build a career in research, PhD in a business administration is definitely the way to go. And, the choice is yours. They both have really pretty good career outcomes. Nobody's going to yell at you or scream at you, whatever thing that you choose.